Another little wannabe gangster trying to play hard.
Welcome to the second season of the Maxed Out podcast. I have a real goddamn, I want to tell y'all how special this motherfucker mean to me, man. This is my guy right here, man. Hey, goddamn, he's from Baltimore, man. I've been, damn, man, I'm so glad to have him on my show, man. Just go ahead, MUGGSY BOGUES, man. Thanks for coming on the show, man. We appreciate you for coming on so much, man. Thanks a lot, my brother.
Oh, but sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks, bro. Hey, Muggs, one thing I want to talk to you first, man. I normally start out with another question, man, but this you were doing on TikTok, man, the other month, man. What's this? What's all this? We in TikTok now? That's what we doing.
You know how them kids are, fam.
Okay, they taught you something. You was trying to, okay.
They're trying to test me a little bit, talk about my body. My body can't move a certain way no more.
Okay.
So the new days that's coming out, and they talking about, this Lord, asking about the TikTok dancing and all that.
Yeah.
Cut a rug now. Cut a rug back in my head.
That's right.
Yeah, they try to keep me relevant in the sense and with the youth, I guess, but I'm gonna let them know, little fella ain't gonna run away from them,
Yeah, we want that heat. Yeah, we want that. Great answer, man. Hey, and I'd like to start out my Maxed Out podcast, man, with a story, about your boy Vernon Maxwell. Go ahead, Muzz, cut me up like everybody did.
Well, baby. Yeah, I tell you though, Dad. I truly appreciate guys like you, especially, where we come from and how we did attain our accomplishment and how we stayed on our path, regardless of what was going on around us and so forth. And, when you came in the lead and when, seeing that two guard position in terms of how competitive it was.
Yes.
And what it all meant and what it stood. I mean, and who all played that position. And at that time, at the top, you had the Clyde Drexlers, the MJs, then you had people don't remember, Alex English and them over there, where Fat Lever and them boys, Orlando Blackman, guys that you had to chase, but having you and when you came in, no nonsense, no fear. And when we played you guys, the first time I got a chance to play you, we had Kendall on our squad. Kendall was our guy, and he was trying to make sure that that we all understood what the roles were and what everybody's strengths and weaknesses. And we always wanted to say, well, make sure that you be careful when you're going up against Max, because Max ain't backing down from nobody. He gonna get smarter, and he gonna continue to come at you and compete with you. I mean, bring the best out you. And then we always try to say, listen, when we go play Houston, you got to kind of, you got to be a little more, patient. I know you want to come out. You got that MJ mentality. You want to come out all the time. You just got to understand who you playing against.
Yes.
You want to, constantly get up some shots, and but it just wasn't working in his where he wanted to happen. We just had to know how to, just kind of, let it come to you. Just force the issue. So that was one of my main things that I wanted to kind of, share with you in terms of that year for him. But then when I was at Golden State, we had an incident where you and Chris Mills.
Yes. Oh, Lord, I forgot that. Chris Mills, man. Yes, man. In the preseason.
Yeah, then that was my dog too, Chris. And you two my dogs. I said, damn, my two dogs, they going at it.
Yes.
And you talking about meet up at the end of the game. Y'all gonna meet up at the game and everything. And I'm like, listen, Chris, man, listen. And Chris lived right across the street from the arena. And then I said, squash this, man. Cause y'all two my dogs. And I know if y'all two gonna go at it, anything could come out of that.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
come out and I'm good.
yeah.
So I don't want to see neither one of you guys, have to go that route because I love you both and I know what
Right,
you need for each
right.
program. So I hope it not, but it almost got there. But I tell you what, y'all took the high road and I was, and we got so many more stories that we can tell, but we don't need to talk about.
Oh, boy, we're going to keep them in the raps. Yeah, man. Let's keep Tim in the raps out there.
Those some of those stories that today's days, hey,
That's right. That's right. Hey, Muggs, I want you to tell me and talk to me about your love for the city of Baltimore, man. Good God.
well, that's where it all started. That's where it all stems from. Growing up in the city, man, being who I am now, it stems from that. I mean, being small, trying to pursue the career that I was, pursuing the game of basketball, back in that era. And even
Oh, man. Yeah.
everybody want them big guards.
Nah.
We want a big guard. We want a big guard. And navigating through, the violence, the drug festivity, overcoming being shot at the age of 5.
Yeah.
Once all that resilience, adversity, being able to overcome that adversity and be resilient and all that.
Right.
That, and once as you continue to grow and continue to move forward, it was nothing that I fear that could stop me or the dreams that I had in my head. A lot back then growing up, life expectancy wasn't even past 20. So once we got to that point to where I felt like I was more so in control of my destiny and where I wanted to go, regardless of what as I say, the noise that was, outside of you talking about, you should and you won't. So I just stayed on my path, continued to believe that, what was instilled in me. I'm thankful for my parents, what they instilled in me, and my friends and the people that believed in me, but didn't have no true belief that I was going to be able to accomplish what I was able to accomplish, but just pushing me and just trying to keep me on that path. So I'm forever grateful for the city of Baltimore and people that helped me come along.
Man, that's a great goddamn answer, man, because goddamn, I feel like I'm in the same boat with you, bro. Went through a lot, had a lot happen to me, a lot around me wasn't positive, had to stay on my path, man. So that's a blessing, man, for just to be able to do that and to make it the way. Then your height and all that, and then you got shot at 5 years old, man. God damn. So you had been through every damn thing pretty much, man. Damn, I commend you for that, bro. That's a blessing, man. But yeah, man. But is there any other any other sport that you liked before, like other than basketball that you played or you wanted to play or whatever?
Yeah, I played all the sports. I played football, baseball, but wrestling was that next passion that I had besides the game of basketball because it really didn't come with no height requirements. I was short, I was strong, I was quick, and I knew how to knew how to move and get my man down. So wrestling was something that I was really passionate about. And my coach, he used to always try to keep me and always talk about me. This was my way of going to college and getting an education and possibly going on and do something, good with my life. And he always, kind of had that message for me, but he didn't realize, basketball was just as, strong, in me as well. And unfortunately, it just happened at the same season, my 10th grade year, because wrestling, boy, I was the state champ in the city.
Wow, didn't know that.
My little pins on my uniform.
Okay, so that I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I was good in that, and that was something that I thought I might go to college for, but basketball was calling me. Having a lot of success in that area. Playing with the likes of the Wingates and the Reggie.
Oh my God.
The late Reggie Lewis, we all grew up together, in the city of Baltimore. So having so much talent around you playing against, it kind of prepared you and gave you a sense that, hey, whenever you play against the best, in my mindset, play against the best, you have success against the best, you need to be included with the best. So having that mindset allowed me to continue to keep climbing that ladder.
Damn, that's what's up. Yeah, that's good. Right there, my boy Wingate and the boys, man. Yeah, man, great team back then. Your teenage years growing up in Baltimore, I know it had to be a big adjustment. And you kind of tapped in on it a little bit in the question I asked you earlier. But I just want you to know how you balance that shit, man. Basketball, Baltimore, and the life, man, over there in Baltimore. You tapped in a little bit about that, but that had to be tough as hell.
Yeah, it was tough to balance, so you get it right or no. But fortunate enough, me and Reggie Williams, who was so close and who lived in the neighborhood, and David and Reggie Lawson lived up the hill. But and my boy OJ, we all kept each other focused. And that's the reason how we was able to stay on the path, because we had some of our friends with the other direction. They wanted that quick dollar.
Wow.
They wanted to get it. They want the nice sweat shoes, the tennis shoes right then and there.
Yeah.
They made a different decision. And we decided that, I kept around the folks that had the same mindset that I had and wanted the same things that I wanted, and surrounded myself with those individuals. So that kept me away from, going on that dark side. And then having some of the older guys in our neighborhood, wouldn't let you come on that dark side.
Right.
Like say they start something more bright in your future, and they like, no, you want to stay there. We'll help you in some regards, but we don't need you to come on this side. So having that type of, support back then, and being able to have the friends around you that had the same goals that you had, it was easier for us to stay on that path as opposed to, triple over to that other side. Because again, we had our friends, who was doing what we was doing up to a certain age. Then all of a sudden, once you get to that 13, 14 age, and then all of a sudden you become like an adult in your mind, you sort of, thinking that now you can talk back to your parents, know everything that's going out in the streets, and you decide now you want to make this decision. I'm gonna go ahead and that's what they did. But luckily for us, we stayed on path.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, good right there. Y'all had a great damn Baltimore Dunbar. That basketball team y'all had, y'all with 2 undefeated seasons, man. I mean, your memories about that, and then that hell of a coach y'all had. Oh, goddamn Bob Wade, man. That's what talk to me. Like, what's up with that?
And in today's high school game, it's where they go and grabbing a player from each city. Want to form that big team. We all grew up in the neighborhood. Like I said, me and Reg in the one neighborhood, Reggie Lawrence, the late Reggie Lawrence, and David Wingate, they lived up the street on the hill, and Mike Brown and Gary Graham and all those boys. We was all, right in the neighborhood. So having that understanding that we had that much talent in the same city, and then everybody decided to go to the same school, and being able to be, coached by Coach Wade, who made sure that egos got checked at the door. And he became that leader that we understood. I mean, when you got a guy that understand how to be empathetic with his players, how to be accountable, how to give them vision, and also how to be grateful to be with each other. I mean, the gratitude and the way we understood one another was second to none.
That's what's
up. Being able to have that understanding of his team, and for us to buy into what he was selling. I mean, we understood what we wanted. And he was the right guy to get, put us in the best position for us to get it.
Yeah, that's good. They say he was a hell of a man, still is. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Probably still in your life right now today, probably, right?
Absolutely. I just talked to Coach yesterday, man.
Still talking about, man. God damn it, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Great, man. Bob Wade, man, we love you, baby. Shout out Bob Wade on the MaXed podcast, baby. We love you, baby.
Yes, well, Coach. 31 and 0 1 year, 29 and 0, 59 and 2 years that I was there.
Wow, man, that's a blessing. God damn, boy, y'all damn whooped everybody. Y'all walk in the gym up defeated. Damn, that's crazy as hell. Now, what stood out about Wake Forest, though? You come from goddamn BMO with all the bullets flying by your motherfucking head and all that. Get jumped anytime that they ride that motherfucker. Then you go up to here to Wake Forest. I mean, what happened? What this is culture shock had to be. What's going on?
Yeah, it definitely was culture shock. I mean, but I think it was the best for me. And you alluded to where I came from.
Yes.
It was a whole different atmosphere, different environment. something that I needed in terms of a slow pace in order for me to grow. And also the situation, Wake Forest back there was ACC was one of the toughest, if not the toughest conference in the league back then. And it came on every weekend on Saturdays. You could mama and dad could turn it on and watch that movie play. And the academic component, I knew that if everything didn't work out basketball wise, I could at least have an education to be able to fall back on.
Wow.
But that was a challenge within itself. But again, I'm so grateful and thankful that I went to Wake because it allowed me, to grow in so many ways, seeing people in a different light, not understanding what color was at the time and not how to how to interact with people. So that gave me a big learning lesson there, how every human being, are the same. We just have no matter what race they are, they just think differently than they do.
Right. That's good right there. That's some real. Now the defensive side of the ball, man. Is that something Coach Wade pulled out of you, man? Because goddamn, I used to be like telling him when I was playing against him, I'd be like, they try to move to the point sometime, and then I'd be like, I look back, I'd be like, oh, this motherfucker, man, I got to be stiff on this, and he'd be on one side and the next side, and end up and don't goddamn laying me up. I'd be like, man, goddamn, now, mother, go ahead with this bull. Talk to me about your defense.
Well, you know what? I really kind of understood that really early on that age. And I got it from a guy, Dwayne Woods, we called him Cole back in our neighborhood. And Cole would have been the first small guy that made it if he would have made a different decision, if he would have went to Georgia with Dominique Wilkins as opposed to Virginia State, which was a smaller school. But, Cole was that guy. He was that tough. And I learned a lot of things from Cole, how he used to, steal the ball. But Cole looked upon to be more of a scorer as opposed to what I did. And I pick and choose when I wanted to score. I understood a different aspect of it. And defensive was the one aspect of the game where I wanted to really excel. I wanted to make sure that the guy who played that position thought about me every time that he picked up the basketball. Because one of the most fearful things of a guard is getting stripped at half court.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
And then when you could put pressure on the guard from 94 feet in order for them to get into their offense, because everybody else is waiting for him to get into it to set everybody up. And having that understanding of the game and being able to play it different from all the other small guards, I don't want to. I wanted to be out there, and I understood the game enough and had enough knowledge to know that I could make guys around me better. I could run a team. We could win by 20. I ain't got to score about 4 or 5.
Wow.
And understanding of how to be able to control the game and run it that way. So picking up and understanding that and being small, letting them know that, hey, you ain't going to just be able to think about it. You can just take them out in the post and be able to take advantage of them. So having that understanding, knowing that the guys at that position ain't used to comfortable playing that back to the basket anyway. So, I knew that was just taking the balls out the big man hand, which back in our day, the big man, that's what they, they play with their backs towards the basket.
Right. Well, you still leading the school in steals, assists, numbers your number in the rafters. I mean, name your top 5 point guards out of Wake Forest, because y'all had a bunch of them.
Oh, out of Wake? Oh, God. We go back from the, Skip Brown.
Okay.
Skip was a tough.
When you talk about a killer. Yeah.
Skip was tough. And of course, we got CP. And then I'm definitely going to put Randolph Childress up there with him. Who else I'm going to put in that point guard position? I got Jeff T. My kid Jeff T.
Guy was on the show.
Jeff T has done some amazing things when he was at Wake. And he was really, and all those guys that I mentioned, those was, my little mentors that I wanted to make sure they all understood that next step. And then I'm going to put my little young fella Ish Smith in there. I'm going to put Ish Smith in there.
Yeah.
Ish Smith had a great season, had a great time with there. And he ran his way.
Yeah, that's good shit, right? That's a tough ass list right there. Yeah. You made the damn USA Olympic team in 1986, man. Talk to me about, your experience in that, man, because I never had that experience. They cut my dog at the finals. The final cut, they got my dog out of there.
And we was the last team that went, last collegiate team to represent that World Game in '86, and that was a blessing, man. Gosh, we had so many guys went out for that team, and being one of the 12 selected, it was such a honor going over to represent the USA, playing against the likes of the Dries and Patrovic, and Dries was beast back then. I know how Dries was, and before he came over, I mean, he was considered the MJ over in Europe back then. I recall playing them. Kenny had the excitement. Kenny Smith had the excitement, and I told Kenny, Kenny, let me play drive. Let me play drive because Dryden was all off the dribble. He ain't a guy like me. He was averaging like 40 during that tournament.
Yes.
So Kenny like, all right, well, if he get his way, then I'll move on to him. I say, all right, but of course he never got an opportunity to play him because the kid only had the 12 points that game, and he was frustrated, and we moved on to the next level and
right.
He wanted to go better against big Sabonis and them. So that was a great experience, man. Being the last collegiate team that won the gold medal before they sent the Dream Team over there in '92.
Right. Yeah. Damn, man. That's big though, man. What y'all did over there. I was hating. I was mad enough.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say it now, but I want y'all to lose like a mother. I was mad at the mother. I ain't lying, something that I'll tell you the truth.
You was there for the trials too, wasn't you?
I was on the last cut.
Yeah.
I did that dumb. I always get caught up doing the dumb. Always Maxwell. I was big. And you started 14 games with the Washington Bullets, though. But I don't know how the hell you pulled this off. You led the damn team in assists and steals. How in the hell we pulled that off? You just started 14 games.
Well, the Bullets, man, that was, again, I'm so thankful that, that they took me. Even I have no ill feelings that, they didn't protect me after that first year. They went in a different direction. But I was just so grateful they took me because I thought we was onto something. We was just mixed with different players. We had older players, the late Moses Malone, who was my mentor, broke me and took me everything about the NBA. I had Newt Bowl. We had John Williams, Terry Catledge, all those guys, Darryl Walker, and Bernard King. So we had a bunch of older guys who was on their way out. And here it is, you bringing a guy who want to push the ball up and down the floor, 90 miles an hour. And I guess they've realized that, hey, maybe we want to go back to a more walk it up type of situation. And they brought in Wes Unseld. They got rid of Kevin Lockery. And so they made a change, Thankful for them that I was able to go on and showcase all my skills down in Charlotte, the Hornets, and where we was able to, become part of that story and started my career and been able to last, 14 years out of it.
Wow, that's a blessing right there. That alone, man. Also, another question I wanted to talk. I heard you say Manute Bol, man, because the picture y'all took over there at Washington, that thing was like, still today, man. How was he as a teammate, man? I know Manute, he was crazy. It's funny. He's funny as hell to me, so.
Yeah. Never realized it was going to be that iconic picture, but that Nudie, man, he was so funny. That was my guy there, man. I tell you, we had so much fun. I miss him dearly. Remember back when we came in, we didn't have private planes. When we weren't flying.
We was going right there through Atlanta. Go through goddamn Atlanta.
Yeah, and they had 8 seats on there in first class.
Yeah, that's it. Some of them got to get sent to coach.
Seniority. So Nick was the youngest, so we had to go in the back. And the big fella back there on his knees, in his chest, talking about how he used to kill lions with a spear. And then I'm like, man, you ain't kill no lion with no spear. You mean me kill a lion with a spear? I'm like, well, what kind of lion you kill with a spear? No teeth in the mouth? That was my guy, man. We played one-on-one. Moses used to always kid about that. We played a one-on-one back in Washington. And he had a little jump shot when he put it on his head.
And knocked that ball.
I had a 44-inch vertical. So he went to go try to shoot, and I blocked the shot. Oh my goodness. Boy, that boy chased me around that damn gym. You see the crowd just big long arms and legs just chasing Moses over there just laughing, man. But I miss, boy, he's such a guy. He had so much joy, so much humor in him, man. And I'm so happy for Bo, because he was just a little kid when he came into the world with bullets.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's up, man. I remember Nuke, man. He was always at me. Every time I see, he's chasing me around the gym somewhere. Yeah, he's a funny guy, man. But 93, 94, your best season in the NBA career, man. Let's go about that. I mean, I want to hear about that. How you felt that year, people?
Well, it was basically a progress on the way, because from 90 to 94, I was one of the top leaders in success. It was me, John Stockton, and Mookie Blaylock. We was the top three in assists at the time. Mark Jackson was kind of up and right there, and then my numbers always been 8, 10, always been like that year. But I think that was my double year. When I averaged a double, and that was the year that I should have made the All-Star. They went on and selected a young fella, Dana Burrows, that year, and here it is. We was leading the conference and all that, but I understood what was happening with it. They 3-pointers and all that was coming out, and they was interested in that. And here it is. I'm averaging a double. We lead conference at the time, and you're gonna tell me I shouldn't be able to make the All-Star game that year? But that was a great, a great year. I was on my way. I felt like I was starting to be amongst the elites. That's how we always kind of measured your stock at the time. We was having that, and then of course in '94, and that's when I got hurt right after that series against Chicago, and my knee just wasn't the same. I had no cartilages in my knee, but people was telling me I needed to retire at that time, but I wound up playing another 7 years and had another 3 years on my contract, which I got paid for 17, but played 14. Hey. But hey, things happen. I understood it, but people didn't realize I was out there playing on one leg. Here it is, you had 5'3". They didn't realize I'm still out there being able to hold my own and still can, be that guy that I wanted to be, and where you're not being exposed or, taken advantage of.
That's what's up, man. Goddamn, playing on one leg, 5 foot motherfucker. Goddamn, that's crazy as hell, man. That's big time, but you had a heart like a lion. I know that about you. I know you. I know that about you, motherfucker. You gotta watch my man right here. Shout that. Yeah. Hey, but y'all guys matched up against the Bulls, man, in the playoffs. Tell me about your memories about going against that.
Yeah. And that actually, we felt like that was our year. And again, always something at the wrong time happened, and that was the year that I hurt my knee going into that series. But Gate played a heck of a series that year. He came in, came in and spelled me sometimes, and he really kept us kind of steady and kept us in that series. But MJ just came back because he had retired from baseball, and then all of a sudden he came back, and that was our first series that he played in, and he had 45 on, and 45. you thought that was going to be a different guy, but 45. It wasn't nothing but just a minus a 22, because it still was 23 going out there doing his thing.
Was it 23 at the time then, or he had 45 at that time? I think he was 45, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was 45. He played 45.
That's right. Yeah,
he came back. He was 45. After the series, they lost to Orlando. Right after that, because we would have faced them right after that. So they lost to Orlando right after that. Yeah, man, he was. He still was that guy, man. Been away from the game for what, 18 months?
Yeah.
But he was gonna come in rusty, missed the whole season. And come back to the playoffs.
Playoffs, man.
Yeah. Came out playoffs, but he was special, man. We all know how special.
Yeah. That's what I was. And then mentioning him, man, just like in the last question. But now, how you get to roll with them in Space Jam? I mean, how that roll? How all that coming back. God
Uh,
damn.
actually, MJ and I had the same. We had the same age. Me and Pat, and
Oh,
yeah, me and Pat, we had the same age. And for some odd reason, Warner Brothers, for them, searching out who going to play that role, and I almost didn't play that role because again, I had surgery right after our series, after the Chicago series. I had surgery, and they say, well, Muggs come out there and read your lines. They had Tim Hardaway come out there and read the lines as well. So they said, well, just come read your line, blah, 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 and we'll see what happens. And I'm on crutches. So I'm on crutches out there, and but at one point they got me like me moving my chest like I'm walking, but they pulling me on the dolly. And Sean Bradley was walking, they hit their head up against the lower doorway. But I was walking, but I guess they liked what they read, what I was reading, and I came across, and they had me in it anyway. And when we went to go touch the ball, you can see I was supposed to be walking, but I kind of made it net where I was able to touch the ball. So like in Hollywood or something, boy, I tell you,
special, ain't it?
Yeah, it's special.
Yeah.
Stopped there for 3 weeks shooting. It was a blast. They built MJ a court that time where all the guys came out and played. Yeah,
Right.
awesome.
Wow, that's what's up, man. But after you got through playing, did you think you was gonna be doing movies and all these damn commercials? I see you seeing all the damn time. I say, look at Shout Daddy, goddamn Shout Daddy, get him Shout Daddy. I'm really happy for you, man. But damn, did you think you was gonna be going in that direction?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I had no clue, no idea. Wasn't even thinking about it. Wasn't even on my radar. But when those opportunities came about, like I said, hey, why not? The Curb Your Enthusiasm, I had a blast with that, the SNL, doing all the little things that we took part in, man. Eddie movie, Wanted Man, it was just a blast meeting all those individuals and across the board and what they do, but behind the scenes, how they get their stuff prepared for being the best version of them. I always wanted, that's interesting to me. So, I was thankful to be able to invite it and take part of it.
Right, that's what's up. Yeah. Then damn boy, you did a lot of shit since you done damn retired, boy. Damn, man, I'm happy for you, brother. That's some big shit, man. Now your book now, In the Land of the Giants. What inspired you to write to come out with the book and all this, man? I mean, that's big.
Well, that was the first one. In Atlanta Giants was the first one. My pops had passed away right after that. But one of my good friends, we played high school with, Reggie Lawrence, had passed away. So it was a tough time during that stretch. That the first time we made the playoffs. Being in the existence of the Hornets, because that was our 5th year in existence. We was able to dethrone the Celtics that year. One of the top major, prestige franchise. So when they came to me the door, I just went ahead and felt like, okay, let's put it out there. I think it could be something positive for some folks, and that was something. That's one of the reasons why I did that one, because I felt like, being at this size and not being, having your story out there at the time, I felt, well, let's go ahead and put this out there, and that's one of the reasons why I put that Johnson.
Oh, that's what's up. That was a good book, man. I read that book.
Yeah.
It was good, man. Your coaching experience with the Charlotte Steam. I mean, damn, that's big. I keep saying, damn, everything's big, man. Goddamn.
You put another book out there, though.
Did you? Well, go ahead and tell the people what's the other book. Let's see it.
Anyway, my life as a kid in the projects, as a small ball of Godfather small ball.
Whoa! Well, we didn't know that. You should go grab it and put it up here and let us see it. Goddamn, because I didn't know that. Go and let us see this, Shout Daddy. We put it out. We're gonna put this out there. Hey, everybody, go get this book.
Hey, man, go get it.
Go get my guy books, man. This one is. Here we go. Right? Yeah, I seen that, mother. Okay, yes, I seen that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That's big. That's big right there.
Yeah, that's the second one out. And the reason why I put that one out, COVID was going on at the time.
Wow.
And it's been 20 plus years in between since I put one out. COVID was going on, a lot of negativity was being out there. So I just wanted to uplift and put some good positive spirits out there. A lot of things that happened, especially me and my wife, who were divorced and then we remarried. Been
That's a
for 20
blessing.
years. And it was just there's so many stories. My guys who talked about our impact that we had with each other, playing with one another. Steph Curry, how we was able to kind of do some things in terms of his impact. So that's one of the reasons I put the second one out.
That's good. That's good. Right there, man. Okay. Yeah, y'all go out and get the book. Y'all see what my man Shout Daddy said. Go get the damn book. It's a good book. I read that too. Hey, Shout Daddy. Now you coach this thing. Do you think they're gonna bring a WNBA team back this month? Man, we got a good fan. Well, I don't know what the damn. I ain't gonna knock the Hornets because I paid for them, man. But we used to have a real great fan base with the Hornets, man. I
really think that it will be welcome, and I think it's needed. Again, the women's basketball has grown tremendously, and being able to showcase women as who they truly are. I looked on Slam magazine today, watching Natalia Collier hold her baby with the ball in her hand and moving on to. That's what it's all about, man. Being a mother in so many ways and representing your family and being able to be professional at the same time. So promoting that out there, getting that story, that was is so awesome. And I think the city of Charlotte will definitely welcome it. When I was coaching this thing, you think about all the players that came through staying. In that organization, the Don Staley's, Allison, Andrea Stenson, Rhonda Mack, you go on Helen Darling. You just name it, Angela, Tamala Smith, Tammy Brown. You got some players, young ladies that really represent the league well. And I think it'll be awesome to see another WNBA team here in Charlotte.
That's what's up. Yeah, I think they need one too. Good fan base, man, around here when you got a good team. So, Ashton Erie, what convinced you to invest in that, man? Because damn, I need to find somebody to put some money into too.
Well, when Ashton Erie came to me when they started up, it was they persuaded and they talked to me about this 5'9" and under audience than they was targeting. And it was, that's right up my alley. Where you ain't got to go in and be able to get anything here, and you can just basically get it fit, and you got to have no alterations to it. So I hope a win-win situation all the way around.
Yeah.
I was just so happy that they reached out to me, and it's been a great relationship.
Yeah, the game today done changed a lot though, Shout Daddy. Now, goddamn, you can't touch these motherfuckers no more. The professional. The lack of talk about it, man. The players today. Just talk about the game today.
Yeah, the game has changed. The game definitely has changed. But you know what? That's with every era. That's with every era we look at it in terms of even go back from the Bob Cousy days and how they played the game, how they had them Jack Purcells, I should call them, the Converse, high tops where you no support in your ankles and that sort of stuff, and how they, played the game then. And then when we, even when Magic first came in the 80s.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the 90s, and then here it is. But the game is definitely changing the skill set because of the entertainment aspect of it. We got guys back in our era, as we said earlier, they play with their back towards the basket, the 7-footers. 7-footers, they bring the ball up the court now. So much emphasis on the 3-point line. And hopefully they can get back to where they can get defense a little more leeway to where to come back that offense, because the skill set is ridiculous now. The way these guys shoot the ball and how they able to, get away with certain things because you can't touch anybody. You can't get check and that sort of thing. So, I'm not the one from the old eras hate the game today. I embrace it. I just know that it was different from each era. The crews always want to say who the GOAT is, who the this and that is. And I'm like, man, how many guys play this game? It's disrespectful to talk about who that one guy, the master of the game of basketball. I mean, everybody had different skill sets.
No
Everybody
doubt.
did this
Yeah.
game, and everybody was big. But you go back from Will Chamberlain, we didn't play against them, and those guys, Oscar Robertson, Jerry West,
Well,
So,
yeah. Yeah.
but it ain't for it ain't for any individual to call themselves the GOAT. I think it's just, but if you do, I mean, that's your right if you feel that way, because we always want you to be confident in this.
Different eras. There's
Yeah.
different eras to this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. The MUGGSY Bogues Foundation. How important is that to you? Talk about that.
That's one of my passions right now, being able to give out, provide the type of service that we provide for the underserved community, the youth and families to live the best quality life they possibly can. And we're doing it through food security, education, and workforce development. I partner with CPCC, who oversees my scholarship program, to get these kids who have an ambition, who want to go to a trade school, want to work with their hands, who don't just want to go to an IT school and have that financial burden that they come out and possibly don't even have a job. So these individuals get the opportunity to go to school, be certified, and that they've been certified to go right in and find a job. So that's something that's passionate to my heart and something that I'm trying to continue to build. My ultimate goal is to have a trade school for the kids. So, I'm trying to continue as long as I can, provide that type of service for those who have that, fortune to be able to, in the position to have.
Well, I know Monday you just had a great turnout at the golf tournament. I played it, and man, it was a great time, man. I told everybody you fed us to damn death. Every time I turned around, we was eating a meal. I was like, well, damn, Muzzy, I'm full. I done ate. Came in, got chicken and biscuits and all this. I got the brisket out there on the course. I came back and got, damn, I was so full. I said, damn, Muzz, you done fed us to death, boy. But it was a great turnout, man. I was glad you invited me, man. I'm support you all the time, man. Couple more questions for you, my brother. Now, your favorite NBA team right now and most underrated.
Well, I don't have no favorite NBA team. I just love the game itself. I just love them guys out there representing themselves individually as well. How they represent their family, their organization, trying to be the best professional player they possibly can be. So I'm just a fan of the game. I'm a fan of them as a whole. I'm not, I serve as an ambassador for the Hornets as well as the NBA. Got a lot of ties with Toronto. So, it just, got my ties with Golden State, Washington. So, I just love the game. And again, I'm just a fan of it. And I like to see the game continue to grow. I like to see these guys understand the importance of once it's all over, how to continue to stay relevant and how to continue to, be able to keep that generational wealth generation going for them and their family.
What's up? Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, man, for coming on the MaXed podcast, man. I appreciate you, brother. You're one of my favorites. I love you, my peoples. You know that. Thanks, Muggs, man.
Never little wanna be gangster trying to play hard.